Hi everyone, this is Patrina Fava, and this is introduction to baby massage. So welcome to all of you, and welcome to everyone who will be listening to this in the future. So thanks for joining us. We're going to be discussing baby massage today, just some general information about baby massage and what it is and how to get started. I will introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me. My name is Patrina, and I am a registered nurse. I am a pediatric nurse. I work at the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm also a mom of three. My children are now 11, 8, and 4.5. So I've got three of my own kids, and I teach infant massage classes. I also teach kids yoga, and I teach some dance classes called Groove. I also have an interest in energy work. I do a little bit of energy work, some Reiki, and I also do something called Access Bars. So I have a wide variety of interests, all of which kind of are similar in some way because they involve the body, and they involve kind of connecting to your body and looking at how you can help your children get in touch with their own bodies as well, which is kind of what drove me to learn a little bit about baby massage. So let's look at this idea of massaging babies. So I can't even begin to tell you how many times I have been asked by people when I tell them that I teach baby massage why babies need massage. And I find this really interesting because it makes me wonder what we have decided as adults massage is. So I think it seems to me that as we grow up, we choose to go and get massages when we're stressed or when something hurts in our body. And we go somewhere to a spa or to a massage therapy clinic, and we pay to have a massage, which is great. It's awesome. But it makes me wonder if we have ever really included massage as part of our day-to-day routine, or if we've even really included touch in our day-to-day lives. So I think when people ask me why babies need a massage, I've actually had many people say to me, why do babies need massages? They're not stressed. Which is, first of all, an interesting idea, that babies wouldn't need a massage. There are many, many, many studies that show that babies who are not touched in a nurturing way, or not touched at all actually, don't thrive, and actually may even die if they are completely withheld any kind of touch. There have been many studies done that show that babies who are raised in orphanages or places where they are not regularly touched in a nurturing way tend to not grow physically and not thrive. So, what is it about touch that as we've grown older or grown up, we have decided is something to be saved for, when we're stressed out or when something hurts? So the reason, babies need massage for the same reasons that adults need massage, and maybe even more reasons. Because like I said, we tend to save our massages for special occasions. There are many, many, many amazing benefits associated with massaging your baby. And one of them is that it is a really great opportunity to communicate with your baby and to communicate with your baby's body. So what does that mean? Babies don't talk, but do they communicate? Anyone who has a baby should be yelling yes right now, because we all know that babies are very, very good at communication, even though they may not be using words, right? So from the moment babies are born, they're communicating with us. I recently just was gifted a brand new, beautiful niece. My brother and his wife just had a baby yesterday, and they live in Korea. And he sent me a very cute short video of my new niece in her little isolette, all wrapped up in her cute little blanket. And just video of her lying there with her eyes wide open, just looking around. So she wasn't talking. But was she communicating? Absolutely, she was communicating. And you could see in several close-up shots in this video that, and you could hear in the background, people kind of cooing at her, and people just excited that she arrived and how beautiful. Actually, it was all in Korean, so I actually had no idea what they were saying, which is another interesting piece about communications. I actually had no idea what anyone was saying, but you could just tell by the tone of the people that they were just so admiring her, and that they were just, telling her how much they loved her and how adorable she is, and you could see that she was, really listening and tuning in to what was happening around her and the sounds she was hearing. And with her body, she was also communicating as well. Her eyes were wide open. She, looked like she had like a little smile going on in her face. Her eyebrows were, wide. Her body was very still. She was not crying. She was not wincing. She was not moving, wiggling. She was very, very still and very alert and very much looking around and taking it all in. So she was absolutely communicating, even though she was not speaking or crying, which is how we sort of have decided that babies communicate. And crying is a way that babies communicate, but they also communicate very, very much with their bodies. So, what does this have to do with baby massage? Everything, actually. It has everything to do with baby massage. So, sitting with your baby or being with your baby and, having them undressed and using touch and using your body to communicate with their body is a really amazing way to connect with your baby, because babies use touch to communicate with the world around them, especially newborns. So did you know, actually, that touch is the very first sense that develops in utero? So when babies are in their mommy's tummies, by 20 weeks gestation, 20 weeks, touch is already developed at 20 weeks gestation. So babies can perceive with their bodies. They can perceive the amniotic fluid. They can perceive the pressure of something pressing down on the mom's belly. And by the time they are born, their baby's sense of touch is fully developed at birth. Fully developed. More than any other sense. So more than sight, more than hearing, more than taste. Touch is fully developed at birth. Is the only sense that is fully developed at birth. So imagine how much of their world they are taking in through their sense of touch. So, how much could you communicate with your baby then using your body and engaging their sense of touch, which is so fully developed already at birth, right? And so this is just one of the really amazing benefits of massaging your baby: communication. Communicating with your baby, your love, your gratitude for them, touching them in a way that is so loving and so nurturing. You can communicate everything that you have going on to your baby. You can let them know how grateful you are for them. You can show them kindness through your touch. And also, it's a good opportunity for you to learn to listen to your baby and what they're communicating to you with their body. It's a great opportunity to be in a quiet space with them, really tuned into your baby and your baby's body, really be watching their body language. And it's a good opportunity for you to learn all the little subtle cues of their body. Are their lips very pursed? Are their foreheads really kind of wrinkly? What are they like when they're happy? What is their body doing when they're happy? Are they cooing? Are their eyes wide open? Are they very still? Or are they making sharp, fidgety movements? All of these things tell you about what's happening with your baby. And of course, you can notice these things when you're not massaging your baby. And if you have a baby right now, you probably have noticed all of these things already. It's just that massage is a nice way to set aside a little bit of time to really be present with your baby and connect with your baby through touch. Baby massage is also specifically a really great opportunity for caregivers other than moms to become involved in the baby's care and for them to bond with babies. So dads, for example, often say that they don't feel like they have the same opportunity to connect with their baby as moms do, especially if moms are breastfeeding. And so, many times when babies are being bottle fed, that's a great way for dads to get involved in their care, right? And it's also it's an activity that is very close up. There's lots of eye-to-eye contact. It's very nurturing. There's something very nurturing about feeding your baby, providing nourishment for your baby. So if moms are breastfeeding, then dads often express that they really don't have too much opportunity to connect with their baby in the same way that moms do when they're nursing. So dads may get involved in other ways like changing diapers and bathing. Infant massage is a really unique opportunity for dads to connect with their babies in a different way. In a warm room with very skin to skin. Dads can get their babies with their clothes off down to just their diaper. Lots of eye-to-eye contact, using touch in a very nurturing way. It's a really, really beautiful opportunity for dads to have that kind of nurturing opportunity with their baby. So it's a great way for dads to connect and bond with their babies in a very unique way. Also, babies can really get a lot of relief from some of the common kind of discomforts that we seem to see in babies. So many babies experience tummy upset or something that we call colic. or they may, who knows, right? Sometimes babies are experience easily chest congestion, nasal congestion. So all of these kind of common discomforts that babies experience, massage is a really nice way to relieve some of those. So massaging tummies can easily help to push gas and stool out of the body. It's also a nice way to loosen secretions. So often in the first few days, babies are very nasally congested. They've, been in a fluid-like environment for 9 months, and so they have a whole bunch of fluids in their body that they need to kind of cough out. So it's nice to be able to massage a little bit of your baby's chest and face even to kind of loosen that and help it along. So there are some physical benefits. As babies get older, massaging the legs, massaging all of the body can really help to strengthen muscles and bones. So massage increases circulation to any particular area that you're massaging, and anytime you increase circulation, you're increasing nutrient absorption as well. So massage can really help muscles to grow and strengthen. It can really help bones to grow and strengthen as well. So those are just a few of the really great benefits of massaging babies. And not only babies, so I want to talk a little bit about that as well. So I really feel like baby massage is a bit of a misnomer because lots of people have the idea that once your baby starts to wiggle around and they don't lie still for you, that it's not possible to massage your child anymore, which is really not true. And I think, again, that stems from the idea that we have of what a massage is supposed to look like. So when we go and have a massage as adults, we go to a spa or an office and we lie down on the table and we just lie very still and let the person who is massaging us do their thing. And this is not necessarily so with babies, because babies may not just lie there and let you massage them, which is great, because massage shouldn't really be something that you do to your baby anyways. It should be something that is happening between the two of you. So as babies get older and they get mobile, so once they start to roll or they start to crawl or they start to walk, many, many, many people stop massaging their babies. And this is not necessary. So there are lots and lots of really fun ways that you can continue to massage your baby. And the massage may not look the same, so it may be shorter. You might have to really get involved in some singing and role playing and using some props. These are all things that I teach in my Massage for Growing Babies class. But it's really just about changing what you're doing with your baby to incorporate massage so that they can still enjoy the benefits of massage and it's interesting for them and it's fun for them and they're engaged. So if we can kind of get the idea of what we know as massage kind of out of our heads and just open up to a different possibility, you can start to see how we can incorporate massage into our children's lives so that they can reap the benefits as they continue to grow. I wanted to just insert a little story. I taught an infant massage class once, and I'll never forget a couple that came. It was a mom who was expecting. And she came with her mom to my baby massage class ahead of time, before the baby was born, so that she could learn a little bit about massage ahead of time, which is a really great idea, by the way. And we went around at the beginning and introduced ourselves, and I wanted people to share what they wanted to get out of the class. And she told a story about how her mom had massaged her since she was a young child every day, and she continued to massage her throughout her pregnancy. And she described how her mom every night would massage her belly, or every day, whenever she wanted it, would lovingly massage her belly and her body throughout her pregnancy. And that they were planning on continuing this after the baby was born, and because it was just part of their day-to-day routine. And it was really so beautiful to hear and see the way they talked about it, the two of them, how it was just such a beautiful thing, that nurturing thing that they did for each other. So absolutely, massage can be done throughout your child's life. It doesn't have to be restricted to the first 2 or 3 months when your babies are going to just lie still for you so that you can do this thing called massage to them because it's good for them, right? My children are 11 and 8 and almost 5 now, and we still find ways to incorporate massage. So one of their favorite ways is something we call pizza massage, where we pretend to make pizzas on their backs. But really what I'm doing is really doing some massage, but what they see is that it feels nice, it feels great on their back, they're connecting with mom, they're having some fun, they're being silly. They often tell me they want things like jelly beans and lollipops on their pizza. So it's a really great way for us to connect at the end of the day or the middle of the day. Sometimes after, a bit of a stressful day that they've had at school or that we've had at home. And we still get to, be together in a nurturing environment, and I get to communicate with them through touch. I get to communicate with their body using my body in a very loving and nurturing way. And I love it because I know that I am showing my children what nurturing touch actually is, and what it's like to receive touch that is caring and nurturing and loving, and hopefully, my target is to show them what it's like to receive that kind of touch, so that they know when they're being touched in a way that does not match that's not something that they like, and that's something that they can say no to. So that's the other really great benefit of massaging your baby and carrying it throughout their childhood, is that it is a really amazing way to continually show your baby and show your child as they grow what kind, caring, nurturing touch really feels like. And so they will know when they're being touched in a way that is not kind and not nurturing, that they can say no to that. They can identify it right away, and that they can say no. Part of the beginning of our baby massage class, we do something called asking permission. And sometimes parents laugh when I say this, but one of the very first things that we do is that we ask the babies for permission. We ask them if we can touch them. And basically what it involves is giving them a visual cue, so showing them our hands, which serves the purpose of giving them a visual cue so that they know what's coming. And also it starts to put this idea out there that, it's their body, and they can choose if they would like to be touched in this moment or not. It also gives the caregiver an opportunity to check in with baby and start to learn subtle cues. Like I was saying, babies very early on are already communicating even though they're not talking. So even though a baby may not say, yes, mommy, you can massage me now, they will absolutely give you body language cues that will be yes cues. Yes, I'm open to receiving touch right now. Look, Mom, my eyes are bright. My body is relaxed. So that's part of the beginning of infant massage, is asking permission. So it all goes together with showing our children what nurturing, kind, loving touch is right from the get-go. Really, really amazing opportunity that can have lasting effects throughout their childhood. Most likely really decrease the effects of bullying, decrease the incidences of sexual abuse if we show our children what kind, loving, nurturing touch is right from the beginning. So what else? So we talked a little bit about benefits of infant massage, we can talk a little bit about how do you know when is a good time to massage your baby. So this is something that I get asked a lot. There's some literature out there that says, you should massage your baby once in the morning, once the night before bed. This time is good, this time is not good. I always say whatever time works for you and your baby is a good time. You need to be aware of what's happening with your baby. And part of that is what we just talked about, being able to very carefully see your baby's body language cues. So you can choose a time that your baby is most alert and not overtired. So times when your baby is most alert and not overtired are those times that your baby will most likely be the most open to receiving touch. So depending on how young your baby is, there may not be very many times in the day that your baby has quiet, alert periods. So babies can be massaged as early as 3 weeks old, okay? And so the reason for this is that before 3 weeks old, they're sleeping almost all of the time. And so we don't want to massage babies while they're sleeping because there's no way for us to truly communicate with them and see their body language. So as early as 3 weeks, you may have very limited times when your baby is quiet and awake. But as babies get older, they will have longer and longer stretches of quiet awake time. So I noticed with my own children that when they were napping during the day, when they were fresh from a nap, so as soon as they woke up from a nap, they tended to want to cuddle for a little bit. As soon as they woke up, they would want to come and sit in my lap and just cuddle and just, feel my body and their body and just sit with me quietly. So I started to use those times for massage because they were most receptive, most open to being touched, and they were well rested, they were calm, as long as they were fed. So if your baby wakes up from a nap and you notice they're very quiet, very alert, they're content, their tummies are not hungry yet, and they seem to be very receptive to touch, then that's an opportunity that you can use for massage. And it doesn't have to be the same time every day. Sometimes routines are good. Putting systems in place for our babies are a good idea. But don't be so restricted by structure that you're not being aware of your baby's unique cues. So you can have some kind of loose system in place, like, after their 10 o'clock nap, when they wake up, I'm going to set aside that time for baby massage. It's a great idea. However, if you find that time doesn't work on a particular given day, it's okay. You can, I wonder what other time they might be open and receptive to touch. So you can set up a loose kind of system that you find works for you. But you don't have to be so tied to a schedule when it comes to infant massage. What I also found with my own children is that bath time was not always a good time for massage. So you may find lots of literature that suggests bath time is great for massage, and it might be. Excuse me, I'm not saying that it isn't, because it might work for you. It's convenient because babies are naked, and that's always good for massage, lots of skin to skin. So it can be a very convenient time. Be aware, however, that coming out of the bath may not be the best time, or may not be a time when your baby is receptive to massage. If you think about it, they have just been immersed in water, which is a very tactile experience. And remember, we said baby's sense of touch is fully developed at birth. So a few minutes in the water may be more than enough for your baby, and they may not want any more tactile stimulation after that. So I've actually heard many families say to me, my baby doesn't like massage. And when I ask them when they're doing the massage, they're telling me that it's after the bath, which I find really interesting. So please be aware that bath time may work for you, but if you notice that you're getting your baby out of the bathtub and then you're trying to massage them and you're not having it, it could very well be that they're just overstimulated from the sensory experience of the bath, and now you're trying to massage them and they are just not having it. So if you would like to massage your baby around bath time and you notice that they're not receiving touch after the bath, you might want to try before. So it might be that they're well rested and it's time for a bath and they're quiet and alert. You may want to try some massage before they get in the bathtub. So if you make your bathroom really nice and warm and you got lots of towels around and lots of blankets around, you could use your oil or your lotion or whatever you're using to gently massage your baby before they get in the bathtub. You may find that that works better, that they receive touch better in that order. Otherwise, bedtime can also be used for massage. There are plenty of studies that show that massaging your baby can regulate sleeping patterns. So massaging your baby before bed is a nice way to wind down at the end of the day. Again, be aware of your own baby's unique cues, because if your baby has been awake for a very long period of time and you've been playing with your baby and really stimulating your baby, they may be very irritated before bed. And if they are very irritated, two things might happen. Touch might calm them, or touch might irritate them more. So I've seen both. And it's not to say that you cannot massage your baby before bed, but you can still use touch. You can still use nurturing touch in a different way, maybe incorporated into a bedtime song, maybe incorporated into a story. But lying there still receiving a massage may not work for your baby if they've already had enough stimulation for the day. So basically the answer to when should I massage my baby is that there is no answer except for whenever your baby is open to receiving it. And it's a matter of tuning into to what they're communicating to you, and being very aware of what kind of state they're in, and are they open to receiving touch. And if they are open to receiving touch, are they open to receiving massage specifically, or just nurturing touch? So they're a little bit different. So that's a little bit of information about timing. Let's talk a little bit about some times when massage is actually contraindicated or not a good idea. So just to be a little bit aware of if some things that may be going on in your baby's body where it's probably better to not massage your baby. So one of the first ones is fever. So if your babies have a fever, it's not a good idea to massage them. So babies, everyone's actually, heart rate goes up or increases when you have a fever. It's the body's natural response, right? So massage can also increase heart rate. And then, so your baby already has a fever, already has an increased heart rate. Massaging them is just going to continue to increase their heart rate. Probably not really a good idea. Also, you would want to back off a little bit on massage if your baby has recently received an immunization, partly because of also the risk of fever there as well, and also because an immunization is meant to be absorbed by the body at a certain rate. So if you massage specifically the area that has where the immunization has been injected, you could increase the rate of absorption, and we don't want to do that. So even if you don't massage the area where the injection happened. If you're massaging the baby's entire body, circulation is stimulated, lymphatic circulation is stimulated, the rate of absorption could be a little bit faster. So best to not massage up to 48 to 72 hours after an immunization. Some other ones are rashes. So if your baby has a rash specifically of unknown origin that could be contagious, I would suggest getting it checked first. Check with your physician or your nurse practitioner or healthcare provider to see if massage is okay. If your baby has eczema, massage is fine. Often many of the oils that you can use can be very nourishing to the skin. I'm just talking about rashes that are unknown and could potentially be contagious. So you could spread it to the rest of the baby's body, and you could spread it to yourself as well. Obviously, any broken bones you would not want to be massaging. Diarrhea is also another contraindication to massage, especially tummy massage. So if your baby is having some diarrhea and you go to massage their tummy, remember that massaging the tummy is going to encourage stool to leave the body. And so if your baby's already having lots of loose stools, massage is just going to increase that, and that's not something that we want. Babies are easily dehydrated, right? So those are just a few. We'll talk even more about those at the baby massage classes that I offer. Since I mentioned oils, we can talk a little bit about what oils to use during massage. I tend to promote the use of natural fruit or vegetable-based oils for massage for a couple of reasons. So remember that baby's skin is much more, tends to absorb more than an adult's skin. So it could absorb toxins from some commercial oils or lotions more easily than an adult's skin. Also, babies tend to put their hands in their mouth a lot during massage. It's actually something that we call an engagement cue. It's one of those little forms of communication. When babies are happy or content, they tend to put their hands in their mouth. They also do it when they're hungry, but they also do it when they're happy. And so if you're using a fruit or vegetable-based oil for massage and your baby is putting their hands in their mouth, you're not going to be so worried as much as you would be if your baby is using if you're using lotion or like a mineral petroleum-based oil like baby oil. You may not be wanting them to put their hands in their mouth. So some of the oils that you can use, I tend to give out at my classes grapeseed oil. I like grapeseed oil. It's really light. It doesn't have a scent, and it absorbs easily into the skin. And then I like the way my hands look after I've used it on babies as well. Some other great oils you can use are jojoba oil. Coconut oil is great. Olive oil is really nice, especially in the winter. So olive oil tends to hold body temperature a little bit, and so it's nice to use in the winter as long as you don't mind the smell of the olive oil on your baby. Apricot seed oil is nice. All of those oils, any oil you can get at a grocery store is probably okay. You can use lotion if you prefer as well. It's fine. I tend to find that lotion dries up in my hands a lot faster. And lotion can also tends to be a little bit more cooling, whereas oils tend to be a little bit more warming. They tend to hold body temperature a little bit better than lotions, especially olive oil. And the use of oils is not mandatory. Obviously, nothing is mandatory. You can massage your baby without oils, and you can even massage your baby with clothes on. However, the skin-to-skin contact that happens during massage is part of the beauty of gifting your child that nurturing, caring touch, that skin-to-skin contact that is so much, required, especially in those first few weeks when babies are so much communicating with their bodies and through their sense of touch, because as we were talking about earlier, it's the sense that is fully developed at birth. So if you can massage your baby skin to skin, absolutely, this is wonderful. But if you can't, you can still touch your baby in a loving, caring, nurturing way with their clothes on and without oils. Oils just provide some slip. It just is a much more comfortable massage if your hands are well lubricated and you have some nice oils on your baby's body, and their skin will also thank you, and the skin on your hands will also thank you after you've used some really nice, nourishing oils. Well, I think that's about all I wanted to share today. So thank you so much for joining me on this call. I hope that this gives you some basic idea of the benefits of infant massage and just some sort of basic ways to communicate with your baby through touch. We talked a little bit about oils as well and some contraindications to massage. So if you have any questions, you can visit one of my websites. So my GentleConnections.com website is still up. It's actually in the process of being transferred to a new website that is www.katrinafava.com, where I have all of the services I provide besides infant massage. So my infant massage, my kids yoga, some of the energy work that I do, and also my line of body products. I also make a line of natural body products that if you wanted to check out would be great for your baby. It's Naturally Happy Body. You can also find me on Facebook. So I have a Gentle Connections Facebook page, and I also have a Naturally Happy Body Facebook page as well. You can find a little bit of information on something called Access Consciousness. This is a type of energy work that I do on Facebook as well. It's called Access Happiness Kids. So lots of ways to get in touch with me. KatrinaFava.com is my new website that is just still being created, but you can go there. Some of my classes are already posted. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope I've given you some basics about infant massage, and you don't have to wait to come to class to get started. There are obviously some great things that you can learn at an infant massage class, some very specific kinds of routines and strokes, but you don't have to. You can touch your baby in a loving, nurturing way anytime. Please do that as much as you can. Babies love to be touched, and so do adults. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you soon at a class or connect with you again on another call. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.